So in this video, I want to use my calculator again. This time I'm going to use it not to find just combinations, but to find the probability of something happening. So this is a binomial question here. I haven't written it in words, but I'll put it into words for you now. So there's 15 trials. We want to know the probability, not the number of different ways, but the actual probability of having exactly 10 successes. I'll use the word exactly here. Exactly 10 successes if the probability of a success for each one is 0.3. So putting this in football terms, because I love talking about football, if there were 15 games of football, what would be the probability of having 10 successes out of the 15 if the probability of winning each game was 0.3? Or you walk past a tree 15 times with lots of birds in it. What's the probability that a bird poops on your head 10 times out of the 15 if each time you walk past the probability of getting pooped on is 0.3? Two different ways to look at it. Football, bird poop, I don't care how you do it. Okay, so the way that we do this is solely on our calculator. Over here. Now, I'll just go into menu. Now, I'm not going to use this mode. I'm going to use this mode. It's our stat mode. And then from there, when we're talking about binomial, we're talking about binomial distributions. Okay, so that means that we use our DIST button. So press your distribution button, and then it'll give you a bunch of different distributions. The distribution we're interested in is the binomial distribution. And then it'll give you 3 options. We're going to use all 3 of those options, but for this particular question, we're going to use this one, BPD. And it'll come up looking like this. Maybe you'll have some numbers in there already. Okay, so data, you've got a choice between a list and a variable. We're always going to choose variable. X. X is the number of successes you want. So X is successes. Now, in this particular question, we want 10 successes. Now, number of trials. That's the number of trials that take place. In this case, 15 of them. And P is the probability of success. In this case, the probability of success, winning the football game, getting pooped on by a bird, is 0.3. After that, it's as simple as pressing the execute button. Okay, and we get a very small number here. We get 2.98 times 10 to the negative 3. I'm just going to write that down. Probability equals 2.9803 times 10 to the negative 3. If you see this e minus 0.3, that means times 10 to the negative 3. Now, you might be looking at that going, what does that mean? It just means divided by 1,000, or move the decimal place 3 spaces to the left. So P equals 0.00298803. Now we could, if we wanted to, express that as a percentage. 0.29803%. A very low likelihood that a football team that is so bad that they only win 30% of their games, it's very unlikely that they're going to win 10 games out of 15. Very, very unlikely. Similarly, if you're walking past a tree and you're only getting pooped on 0.3, if you're only getting pooped on 30% of the time, or a probability of success of 0.3, it's very, very unlikely that you'll get pooped on 10 times out of 15. Okay, so there it is. Make sure that you practice that. There's a series of steps to follow, but once you follow your steps, you're in business. Okay, that's using the calculator to find the probability. It's binomial. Okay, next video.